too loud. All right, and we'll bop this guy into frame. Pull up our training log. Because we got some lower body today. So we'll refresh that. Up over here, refresh. We'll start getting everything situated. Boom, boom. This is not what it is on me, baby, so I need your love like a boy needs his father's arm. All right. No more of Mice and Men. Good band. Let's just throw on. No, I don't want this. Get out of here. Let's just make sure our audio is not totally botched. How we doing? Audio doing okay? Okay, we could probably bump the tunes just a wee bit, and then we'll be good. But anyways, good morning. We got little legs Benedict on deck, lower body. So we'll get things moved over, and then we'll get started, you know? So let's get a little bit of the MeatHaus reorganized. Well, not really reorganized, but just kind of moved around as we get ready for some belt squats. So, what's up, Sia? Good morning, dude. How are you? We'll go over here, and we'll go kind of like that, and we can do a whoop. Nice little zoom. Yeah, dude, we were up close and personal. But what's going on, man? How are you? Happy Wednesday. Where are we gonna put my phone? We'll put it over here. It's pretty cold this morning. I think we're in. I think we're in like the 50s, which for us is pretty cool. Like temperature cool. I guess it's also like cool and it's not just crazy freaking hot anymore, which is nice. But we've got good old legs on the docket, so we'll get our knee sleeves and stuff. Oh. Totally botched that. Here we go. Little knee sleeve action going, so. Almost done with orientations, nice. Is this like a multi-day thing? Where you have orientations several days in a row? But dude, fam's good. Fam is good, everybody's still sleeping. Trying to get good training session in before, you know, another day back at work, back to the mines. So yeah. Ugh. Got some mosquito bites on my ankles, which is never fun, but it is what it is. And so it has actually been a little bit of time since we trained legs. I think yesterday with how, last week with how things just kind of worked out, I didn't have too much time to train, so we're a little behind on our leg training. So, 4 days of orientation, wow. Okay, that's quite a bit. Hopefully you can kind of breeze through your orientation. While we, okay. So, on the docket for today, we have belt squats, 3 sets, going for about 10 on all of our sets. Move this back over, kind of like I was saying, didn't really have an opportunity to train legs last week, just with how, I mean, honestly, life kind of got in the way. So we are, why is my spreadsheet not loading? There we go. Why is it taking forever to load? This is not what it is on the way. Okay, well, while this takes forever to load, we will just start warming up. I have a good idea of weights and sets and all of that. So we're just gonna start warming up. There's about 90 pounds on the loading pin. So 2 45s. And yeah, we're just gonna get back to it. All good man, life happens. Yeah, you know, life kind of does happen. It's more just kind of annoying for me because we had some pretty good momentum going, like in terms of training. And so I know after not hitting our belt squats and training for about a week, these are probably gonna feel a little shitty, and I'm probably gonna get decently sore from doing this, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Let's just. All right. Okay. Knees. Everything's feeling a little stiff, but that's okay. Do you have any plans for channel points? Dude, what do you think we should do? What are your thoughts? I honestly have not spent too much time thinking about channel points. I can look into it more today. That's for sure. I don't really know. Like, what do people typically use channel points for? $100K channel points for VIP? Okay. Do you have 100K channel points, Sia? Is that why you're asking? But yeah, dude, I actually don't know. Sound bots? Yeah, I mean, dude, all good ideas. So, you're 29K at the moment. Dude, that's a lot of channel points. That's a lot of channel points. Yeah, I'll look up some stuff today, and maybe I'll post in the Discord around what to do with our channel points. Because I really have no idea. I know you can do like highlight message and all that kind of stuff, but maybe we make some things more fun. But good question. I don't really know. But we will hit our next warm-up. Okay. So we will just keep on moving up. Oh. Yeah, dude, the Jets did win. Yeah, the Jets beat the Bengals, which was I mean, I'm happy for our quarterback, Justin Fields, after he got thrown under the bus by the Jets owner. And so for him to come back and get a win is always nice. Oh, Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. What's up, man? Happy Tuesday. Here, we'll mix up our angle. Go over here. Zoom out a bit. Boop, boop. There we go. What's up, Bowser? How goes it? Okay, our spreadsheet finally loaded. I don't know why that took so long. I think we're in week 9, I think. Yes, we're in week 9. Okay. Say his name and he appears. Basil's Big Bean Burrito. Okay. Yeah, so I think we're gonna do about 185, maybe 190, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Bowser. Okay. So this is 160, and this will be very likely our last warm-up set, as this is our kind of primary compound movement for our quads. Trying to get some forward knee travel going, right? Trying to provide as much stimulus to our quads as possible. As it gets later in our working sets, the goal is to not have kind of my hips shoot up, but maintain tension in my quads kind of throughout the motion. As this is what we're trying to build. We'll hit RDLs and stuff later for our hamstrings, but right now it's quads for the broads. Okay. There we go. Whew. All right. Last warm up. All done. Now we'll get another 25 thrown on. Oh, Shapes, what's up, man? Dude, good morning, how are you? Happy Tuesday, man. Not much, man, how about you? I'm good, I'm doing well. You know, first lower body session in a while, like a week. So, you know, just trying not to atrophy and trying to grow and have a good training session. But it's been good. It's been a good one so far. We're still pretty early on. Dude, was that a cat dancing or is that a bear? That's a bear dancing. That's a good emote. But Shapes, dude, what's going on? Oh, thank you, Sia. Absolutely. Always a shout out for our boy Shapes. So, all right. First working set. Sorry, I'm just getting my foot placement dialed. So we have, it's about 185 plus whatever weight the loading pin is, which I don't know, is not too much. But again, goal is quads. Quads. That's what we're looking to grow. So let's sorry if that was loud. Let's go for let's get our 10 reps in. Here we go. Okay. Whew. Okay. So let's sit down. And not feeling too bad. Whew. Off today, so just woke up so tired. Dude, Shapes, go back to bed, man. If you've got the time off and no real like obligations for the day, I mean, nothing wrong with a little sleep in, that's for sure. There we go, kind of like that for our next two sets. That looks like so much weight. I mean, it's just because the plates are stacked. It's 2 45s, 2 35s, and a 25. So about 185 on there. It's day 3 or 4 of orientation. I'm beat. Tomorrow I need to set an IV on my mate and him on me. Oof. I need to work on my coworker's logo. Gotcha. Yeah, see ya, man. I had a very minor surgery at the beginning of the year, and I had to go under anesthesia like in January. And it was one of those things where they're like, hey, make sure you fast, don't have anything past midnight. And I originally was supposed to be like a 7 a.m. surgery type thing. And then they moved it back to like 11. And then things kept getting moved back. And it was like 12 o'clock. And again, no food, no water, was feeling super dehydrated. And the woman putting in the IV, she was gonna do it like in my wrist, or in my forearm, actually. And so she, is poking around, trying to figure it out, doesn't set or whatever. So then they get another woman and they do it kind of like in my hand down here. And I think they did like a lidocaine shot to like numb the vein or something. I don't really know how it works. And so now she's doing it, and dude, I got so sweaty, and I got so so cold and so sweaty from the woman doing it. And I was like, hey lady, I'm not freaking out, but like, we're not having a good time. And I remember my my wife and daughter were like in the room, and my wife was like, I thought you were gonna like back out of the surgery. And yeah, dude, it was not fun. Like, they ended up giving me like an IV bag of fluids because I was feeling so dehydrated. And then they like did the thing where they raise your feet and have you kind of at like a decline, so you get like more blood going to your head, and that like helped me out a bit. But dude, for a couple minutes, I was like, this is not gonna work. So yeah, not cool. And then I had a CT scan a few months ago, like over the summer, and it was like a contrast. So I had to like, cause they were doing it on my stomach. So I had to like chug this smoothie like full of dye, and then they give you an IV to like light up your veins and stuff. And that actually wasn't too bad. But yeah, in January for my surgery, I was like, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay, second set. All right, come on. Ugh. All right. Whew. There we go. Oy. Oy. There we go. We're at 6:55. Okay, we got time. Whew. Man. No, she was a nurse. It wasn't like a, see, I'm just catching up on your chats. She was just like a nurse doing like the surgery prep, and it was like a forearm vein like up here. And then they ended up doing it like top of my hand ultimately. So, yeah. And it was like the most, I mean, I was kind of stressed going into it because I hadn't been under anesthesia since I got like my wisdom teeth taken out a long, long time ago. And I mean, it was such a minor procedure. Like, I was under for like 20 minutes. It was so quick. she was a nurse. That makes it more bad. I feel ashamed. I mean, dude, not everybody's a pro like you, Sia. You set a high standard and a high bar. That is for sure. Oh, you went to nursing school. That's cool. I have a couple buddies that are male nurses, so. Whew. Nah, stop it, I'm not that great. Medical stories make me pass out. Yeah, we can move on. We can move on. I will say it's important to, you know, get your annual physical, get blood work, you know, once a year. All that stuff is important. So, but a nurse, come on. Yeah, I mean, it all ended up working out. We'll leave it at that. I'm okay. Ugh. So, it all worked out. All right. Last set. Again, we're going for 10. Definitely feeling a bit of a quad pump type thing going. I mean, body weight update. I was 182 this morning. So we've got about, I mean, my average is like 180 and a half, right? If you look at the week. So we've got about 15 more pounds to gain until we cut back down, and we'll see what that's like. But all right, here we go. Last set. Come on. Don't shoot my hips up, come on. Ugh, okay. Whew. Okay. Oh. All right, belt squats. We are all done. And right before 7 a.m. So, not terrible on our timing. Whew. Whew. Do I have a library? Need to make some new socials for my stuff. All my stuff is old that I've posted. Maybe next year I'll post up some new art stuff. Supporting the people you watch is amazing. Yeah. Dude, see a day one homie for sure. See ya. That's funny, see ya. Yeah, I mean, dude, Shapes, when you get whenever you post art, whatever it is, day one, I'll be there. So, either, you know, YouTube stuff, Twitter, Instagram, no matter what, we'll be there. All right, so we just obviously finished up our belt squats, 185, 3 sets of 10, and I moved and felt much better than I was expecting, especially after not hitting legs last week. We'll see how I feel like this evening, and definitely tomorrow I'm probably gonna be super sore, but that is all good. I'm just updating my spreadsheet so I can make sure we're on track. Okay, so we'll switch out. Let me know if you want 9/11 memes. Probably doesn't want that. Yeah, I'm good on that. Thank you, Sia. I'll just keep sending you, weird game show clips of people trying to climb up stairs covered in soap. Ugh. So, I'm gonna do another wardrobe change, swapping out my shoes to something more flat, and then we will do our hip hinge movement. So you can do RDLs, stiff leg deadlifts, do this with dumbbells, kind of pick your preference, and we'll start getting after it. So. Sleeping alone again tonight. Bum, 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 bum. There must be more to my 100 messages. Who's this Mr. Popular guy? What do you mean? Oh, Restream put that in the chat. Who's this Mr. Popular guy, huh? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Because I have the, on my Mac, I just have Twitch and then YouTube on another tab, just in case somebody shows up. But check us out. Popular. Yeah, I gotta do our Final Fantasy 14. Cat girl. Yeah, dude, Japanese game show TikTok is definitely a fun part of the algorithm to be a part of. I've delicately curated my interests on TikTok to only give me only the best game show clips. Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought I already made him a VIP. I mean, dude, Shapes, what do you want? You let me know. I'm good either way. Oh. Okay. Don't worry, let me enjoy just being a viewer. Hey, works for me. You know, your viewership and support is always appreciated. So, okay. Oh shit. Gotta get this stroller out of here. While we keep loading up. Then we'll get our hip hinge going. All right. Alrighty. So we have very similar, again, 3 sets, 8 to 10 on really just kind of a hip hinge movement of my choice, which some days it's stiff leg deadlifts, some days it's Romanian deadlifts, but regardless, some sort of hip hinge in your programming is important for erectors, right? Everybody does, you know, lat pull downs and people do rows, but some sort of hinge to build your erectors is important. Also, targeting hamstrings, of course, as being the primary mover. Things like your glutes as well. All necessary and important. You put the D in design, that's right. So people from a couple weeks ago will remember I was warming up on these. Hip didn't feel quite right, so we're back, and we'll just always rep a belt, regardless kind of weight being lifted. But to start, we have 135. Ugh. And I'll use some straps as well. Okay. All right. Ugh. The logo I'm doing, the dude wants green. I'm so confused. Green. I mean, is it like neon green? Is it a forest green? You know? I mean, green's the color of money, so don't hate that. We'll slowly work our way back up on these. Green, red, and white. Interesting. Whew. I'm trying to think. I mean, they used to say green is good for the eyes. Send me a hand sketch of something exploding with Chinese letters. Huh. I mean, green, red, and white, Mexico's flag, right? Is those colors. Yeah, I think Italy has those colors also. Yeah, the Chinese character explosion with green, red, and white. You know, some interesting color combos, but shapes, I'm sure if anybody can make it look good, it's you, my man. We all look forward to seeing your finished product. He's Mexican, so I wonder if that's why he chose those colors. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm sure there's... I mean, I guess it's just going to depend on like what vibrancy is. I don't know. I'm not a designer and I don't know anything about color theory, but I feel like, you know, like a maybe super neon might not be the best, or I mean, maybe kind of like you did with, you know, the MeatHaus stuff, where you just have some kind of like pops of color, some accent colors. I don't know. You got it. You'll figure it out. It took me to talk about it here to get the connection. Yeah. Oh, all right. So this is going to be our working weight with about 165 on these. Goal, of course, hamstring development, right? Kind of secondary to that is going to be, well, hamstrings and glutes, and then secondary to that is going to be, you know, erectors. Still, even with a belt, this is not too heavy by any means, but the effects of RDLs on my hamstrings, they get pretty smoked. So okay. Ooh. Ooh. Same rank system, different pronunciation and meaning. The one you saw last time. 165, okay. And then we have leg extensions, hamstring curls, and then we will be all done. Okay. Getting a little lightheaded. Sheesh. All right. Whew. Shapes, the emotes are the best. I love them. And that's an OG only, you know, first month of streaming people will recognize the white walls before we painted them. Man, that was such a long project doing all this. Holy cow. It's like a week of just straight work. You spend them all the time. Well, thank you. Whew. All right, we'll give it like 20 more seconds, then we'll hit our... Spare this in everyone's chat. I see it around. Thank you. Meat dance. That's fun. Whew. All right. next set. And we have, what, 7:15? We got like half an hour until I have to get out of here, which should be plenty of time. We have some early meetings today. Ooh, with my new role, so gotta be a good corporate steward and be online slightly past 8. All right, second set RDLs. Here we go. Ugh. Okay. That one? All right, let's see what Google Translate says. Google Translate. Okay, here we go. Kamikaze? To fill you in, that one equals God, Spirit, Deity, and the next one equals wind, so the wind god. Interesting. Oh, what's up, Matt? How are you? Whew. There must be more to my life. Oh. Okay, we gotta log this. Wait, lifting. Okay. Oh, all right. Kamikaze is the kanji pronunciation. Shangfang is Hanzi. Hanji. Nice. I can't speak Chinese, but see ya, I believe you. Dude, Matt, did you have your meat yet? I want to say it was like the first week in October, if I recall. Oh. Oh, this past Saturday. Dude, are you open to sharing? I'm curious how you did, man. I know you were training hard for months.
Last little.
How do you feel about everything today? How do you think we're doing so far?
Okay.
Do you get a sense we're heading into
Whew. 4 for 6. Damn, 222 snatch. That's awesome, man. And the 288 clean and jerk at 171. Wow. Man, that's awesome. Know what I was hoping for more than your last comp? Qualified you at that weight class for Worlds. Dude, there we go. Congrats. That's amazing. And then, if I remember, Worlds is in Florida, right? Isn't that what you were saying? But dude, that's awesome. Congrats and well done. A 201 snatch. Whew. Or what would you say? 101 snatch, 222 snatch. That's awesome, man. Whew. Yeah, see it, go for it. By all means. Daytona, okay. Likely to lift on December 6th. Nice, man. Dude, I wish you luck at Worlds. That's awesome. I mean, is the plan, what, kind of deload-ish for a couple weeks and then try and build back up and peak into the meet over the next, what, 6 weeks or whatever it is? Dude, right after, or decently close after U.S. Thanksgiving, so you'll have that, green bean casserole and stuffing bloat to carb you up heading into your meat. Ugh. Limited calories since Saturday. Yeah, and this week's medium intensity. Nice, man. Whew. Back on the cut so I can make sure I have an epic cheat days over Thanksgiving. Yep, there you go. Use Thanksgiving as your refeed and get carved back up and all that. But congrats again, man. That's awesome. All right, we're getting the bench wheeled out so we can finish up with our leg extensions and hamstring curls. And then we will wrap this thing up. All right. Boom, boom, boom. And A5, we'll do 95, okay. Ooh, okay. And we don't want this to fall. There we go. There we go. All right. we've got a little isolation work for our quads and hamstrings, and then we will be all finished for today. Overall, I'd say pretty solid lower session after not really training too much last week. After jury duty and stuff with the kids, but we're back at it and it feels good. And we'll start with leg extensions, 95 pounds. Build some of these quads. Make it look like we lift and don't have chicken legs. There we go. Whew. Perfect. All right. Okay. Man, I'm feeling a little lightheaded this morning. All right. Oh, dude, this thing always makes, so much noise. It's like a metronome. Then we had, like I said, 95. And we will do 15 for these. And that'll be good. And then 85 pounds on our hamstring curls coming up. Whew. But guys, thanks for being here. You know, it's 7:30 a.m. on a Wednesday. You know, there's lots of places you could be spending your time. So, thanks for being here. Do we have a public transport system where we're at? I mean, we do, but it's terrible. I mean, outside of, you know, like New York, San Francisco, maybe, like public, maybe Chicago's is okay. I can't really speak to it, but outside of like major cities, the public transportation is not super great in the US. Like it seems like most places are built for cars, right? Like we kind of have suburban sprawl where there might be a downtown or a city center, but the majority of people, or not the majority, but a lot of people live in like surrounding suburbs and then like commute into the city for stuff. But I mean, where we're at, there is a train that goes from up where I live into the city, but it's not great. Obviously in San Francisco, they have like trolleys, they have the BART, which is the Bay Area Rapid Transit System, something like that. New York obviously has subway systems and things like that. Like LA County has bus routes and things. So there's, yeah, I mean, there are options for public transit, but we're not like, you know, other countries that have incredible transportation systems. Oh. Yeah. I don't know, what, Sia, what's it like for you? And I mean, Shapes and others in chat, I don't know, like what's your, is where you're at, do they have good public transport systems? Where I'm at, it's terrible. If you don't have a car, you like can't do anything, so. Oh. Whew. All right. One more. Okay, it's terrible there too? Yeah. Again, like if we were in, you know, New York, I would have a different opinion, but where we're at, it's just better have a car. You can't do anything really. So, all right, we're at 7:33. We're kind of like right on time, to be honest. I woke up a little late, but you know, things are progressing pretty good. So we'll do one more set of leg extensions, adjust our weight, flip over, do our hamstring curls. And we'll get out of here. Not to brag, but according to Google, Singapore has the best public systems. I mean, I would believe it. I would definitely believe it. Yeah, our public transport in the US is not good. Not at all. Oh, whew, okay. Man, my quads, oh. Oh, you think it's propaganda? We are ranked 12th? I mean, dude, how many countries are there in the world, right? I mean, $12 out of however many countries. That's not terrible. And I'm sure, you know, breaking into the top 10 can't be too difficult. Okay. Now we have our final exercise on the day. Good old hamstring curls. Hamstring growth. Now you're confused. Hamstring and posterior chain development for me are both pretty important. They gotta undo our microphone here. Both very important for me. Especially my hamstrings. I feel like I'm a bit more quad dominant. So another article says you're 4th. All in all, I think your system is decent. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I mean, dude, if you have a functioning public transport system, you're already better than the US, right? If you and the majority of citizens have the ability to access and use it, you're ahead of the US. So, but you said nobody in your country has cars, really, or cars are only for like the super wealthy. because of like imports and fees and stuff. Versus here, like everybody has cars. So. Okay. My hamstrings. People still get them even though it's crazy expensive. Well, do. Whew. Number of road traffic accidents I attended last month is insane. Dude, I believe it. Oh, sorry guys, that was probably so loud. I'm sorry. That was probably so loud. The mic magnetized to the belt squat, and I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, dude, see, like I kind of believe it, man. Like even, I mean, here there's like some of the worst drivers in the country live in my state. So it's pretty wild, especially all the texting and driving, you know, clearly not safe. It's just bad news bears, you know, top to bottom. So hey, don't text and drive. It's not worth it. All right, let's get our second set. Build these yam strings, and we'll see what happens. All right. One time you had a bad call and you were ranting. I mean, let's not get too graphic. Whew. All right. He's like pinching my. The knee sleeve's like pinching my leg. Told my mate I'd rather do a car accident in the rain than the call I had the next day. I got a car accident in the rain. Oh, well, I hope you're thank you for your service to individuals who may need assistance. So appreciate you doing that, but also, hope everybody ended up okay. Oh. Uno más. Then we are finished. Okay. Right on time. 7:43. Perfect. All right, dude, love when bright and early, the group chat with the homies already popping off. Oh, chat today's been popping off. So thank you guys for being here. Always makes it more fun, having some folks to talk to and give you my stream of consciousness as we're lifting weights in our garage. Good morning, homies. Yes, sir. See you. Good evening for you. Dude, what do you got on the schedule? We thinking little Pokemon Nuzlocke? What do we got on the menu for tonight? Little Bob's Burgers? Some adventure time? Oh, all right. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. That's all we got. Oh. Gotta bring the homies into the chat. Dude, the problem is most of them have to commute to work. So when I'm streaming, they're driving, and I'm not gonna expect them to join. But there's also, there's some people that are like, oh, I don't want people to know that I stream. I don't want my family to know, or, my friends IRL to know, and blah, 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 blah. Dude, I am not that person. Everybody, all my friends know. All my family knows. I get on FaceTime. I FaceTime my mom and older sister who are back in California just about every day. We're all drinking our coffee, talking about our days. And my mom every morning is, how was your stream? How many viewers did you have? So, always good to have supportive. Obviously, you all in chat are very supportive and make this very fun and worthwhile, and it's very motivating and all of that. But with, family members and people IRL that I know, it's nice having them be supportive too. So, and a wife that's supportive, all those things. So, is MeatHaus your alter ego? Dude, MeatHaus is not my alter ego. MeatHaus just is me. There's nothing alter about it. I don't, you know, take off my glasses and take off my my button-down shirt, and then underneath is a superhero costume. What you see is what you get, my man. This is it. Live and in the flesh. Oh. Ooh. And where are we gonna put this? Actually, we can put this down here. Trying to clean up just a little bit so that way tomorrow it's easier to get in and get after it. That's what that's what Superman would say to hide his Clark Kent. Dude, I got nothing to hide, really. I mean, I don't know that I would want. Well, let me take it. Yeah, I got nothing to hide. And, you know, like anybody can do kind of whatever they want with their like social media and platforms and stuff, but I see people like on Reddit and online all the time saying, oh, you know, I don't want to show my face. I don't want people to know who I am. I'm worried what people will think of me, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And it's like, dude, who cares? You know, like, what? Why would someone let, you know, other people's opinions dissuade you from doing something you really want to do, you know? And yeah, I just think it's kind of silly letting other people's opinions dictate your behavior and your actions. So if you want to do something, just get out and do it. Nothing to be nervous about. The only way to get better at something is by doing it. So, yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's not that you have something to hide, it's just safety, you know? I'm still a stranger online. Yeah, dude, absolutely. And I think, just a friendlier one, exactly, Sia. I think, obviously, you know, you have to take personal safety, like familial safety, all that kind of stuff is obviously super important. And then there can also be the, this might happen with, I gotta be careful about how I say this. My assumption is that this happens more with female people who stream and produce content as opposed to men, but not saying it doesn't happen to men, it probably still does. There's like the parasocial relationship where it's like, and that, yeah, anyways, that can be kind of a dicey thing to figure out, like where are boundaries and things like that. So thankfully, y'all are great in our little lifting community. Hopefully, you know, we're building a nice, fun place for folks to talk pretty much whatever they want. We obviously focus more on training and bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff, but the world is your oyster. So, but guys, we are pretty much at time, unfortunately. I've got to go on and get and shower and get ready for work and all that fun stuff. Get the kids up. But as always, appreciate you guys being here. Means a lot. Say this all the time. Lots of places you could spend your time and attention. And yeah, I just appreciate your viewership in your support, whether here on Twitch, over on YouTube. I've been severely slacking on my TikTok and Instagram. I mostly just send memes back and forth at this point, but need to get back to posting and all that fun stuff. We do have a Discord, so feel free to jump in there. We've got some people that post art, which is really cool. We got some memes, talk a little bit of training, updates to the kind of stream schedule and all that get posted in there. But yeah, I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a lovely Wednesday and a lovely hump day. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time for a poll day. So we're talking lats, we're talking traps, we're talking biceps, all that fun stuff we'll be hitting tomorrow. But with that, you guys have been great. You already know, we've been the MeatHaus. Have a good day. We'll catch you tomorrow. Finger guns. See you tomorrow.